What's up, man? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are J-Lo, I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with this divorce. Friday's gonna be a happy J-Lo update day. J-Lo is going out of her way to tear apart Jennifer Garner's Ben Affleck's carefully crafted image. And baby, she's doing a good job. The internet is pulling up receipts, and it's not looking good for Ben. Y'all, the comments are tearing him apart. I know we got some Ben Affleck apologists because y'all think J-Lo is the devil. Can they both be devils? Can we acknowledge this? I will say they said J-Lo is fuming. First, she said, yo, I will destroy you if you don't put the stop brakes on that Kit Kennedy until we are divorced. I will let everybody know what's going on. Ben the next day said it's taking a step back and they're putting things on ice. But Kit Kennedy jumped up and said, but guess what? I don't care what Jennifer has to say about me because I'm like her. I like my privacy. And I like that people say I look just like Jen Garner. Yes, this is Kit Kennedy. That people say I look just like Jen Garner because guess what? She's beautiful. I said, girl, you better watch yourself. Well, guess what? And this is the most interesting thing. So after all that happened, and this is the most interesting thing, it was revealed by everybody involved that Bennett lied about his relationship with Kick. Remember when he said, oh my God, like we're just getting to know each other and this and that, and there's nothing there, and we're just enjoying time getting to know each other. Do you know that Ben dated Kick Kennedy before he started dating J-Lo? And as a matter of fact, he dumped Kick to run after J-Lo. He was obsessed over Kick. People are saying her family, the royalty. J-Lo had some clout. Don't forget around that time, Ben's career, here's the thing. Y'all forget. When Ben got back up with J-Lo, he had that Phoenix tattoo on his back. He was being played on Rhea. He was a joke and a dirtbag. He was literally trying to pick up 23-year-olds on Rhea, the dating app, and holding up pictures saying, I really am Ben Affleck, or holding up pictures with the girl's name to prove they really were him. He's a sleazeball. J-Lo, oddly enough, was doing good. Inauguration, that whole Born in USA thing. She had performed at the Super Bowl. A-Rod had her going up, but J-Lo likes to be front page gossip. So I think they both wanted to get back out in the spotlight because as much as y'all, not y'all, but the Ben apologists say, Ben likes his privacy. No, he doesn't. Ben calls the paparazzi on himself and then walks around with a scowl. He likes to create an image that he just wants to be a regular guy, but he wants that fame. Also, think about it. Jennifer Garner is like, oh, holy shucks, geez. But think about it. When he got with Jennifer Garner's career was popping. She was one of the biggest actresses at that time. And if you read old interviews, Ben was always pushing her to get back to work. He wanted her to pop off until he wanted her to be a politician's wife. Go Google it. He loves this. He dated Anna de Armas, or whatever her name is, Anna de Armas. She was popping off. She was the it girl. And they were photographed by the paparazzi walking around their neighborhood. Come on now. You just mean to tell me in all of Hollywood with all these stars, the only people they care about is Ben Affleck and his sluppy looking self and that girl? And then you jump to J-Lo. As a matter of fact, Mr. Ben Affleck, I need my privacy. Has he ever dated someone that is not rich and famous? Has he ever not dated someone that doesn't have a huge profile? You would think if he's such a regular guy, why don't you date a regular waitress? Look at Matt Damon. He don't like the publicity. He got married to a bartender he met in Miami. I'm being serious. If Ben was serious about 80% of the things he said, your dating history don't run from Gwyneth Paltrow, Hollywood royalty, it girl, Anna Durant, it girl, Jennifer Garner, it girl. Who else? J-Lo, it girl, famous. And now Kit Kennedy, who is it girl in political circles because Ben wants to get into politics. Unfortunately, he said that her dad is one of the reasons he's going to have to take a step back because like he doesn't want to be associated with Trump. This guy's a dirtbag. Anyway, get this, right? Let's get into this. So they're saying that So all on Twitter said, you must be really effed up when both Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Garner released a joint article about your bad behavior, you know? Um, so after all that happened, JLo just released a statement. I just gotta say she is mad. And I blame her. I'd be mad too. You can be the devil and still be mad. I understand how JLo don't got a right to be mad, but Ben Affleck do. And what is he so mad about? Now, some people say it's about the Diddy stuff. If you are into the Diddy stuff recovering, I did an amazing live. The link will be in the description. Amazing live with Diddy's accuser, Little Rod, and also Natanya Rubin. She's the woman that Diddy banged in the mouth, like with a, and she still has bullets shouting up. And she said that J-Lo and Diddy were in on it, and J-Lo got away with everything. The link will be in the description box. Go ahead and check it out if you like long farm live content. If not, I'll be dividing it into 10 minutes. But anyway, let's get back into this. So maybe this is Natasha. J-Lo said she looks like a total fool. Has this marriage spiraled into divorce? Now, I would argue she looked like a total fool going gaga over Ben. And another thing, J-Lo actually said that Ben was the one that encouraged her to go gaga. You know that documentary, everybody was like, oh my God, you just passed notes about Ben all around. How embarrassing you invaded. Do you know Ben encouraged her to do that? Wanted her to write more love songs about her, wanted her to do all the stuff to praise their love. Do you know that he produced that movie? Do you know that not only did he produce that movie, he directed it? And do you know that he was in charge of everything that was actually said? Do you know that? Seriously, do you know that? Ben has been playing in our faces. And J-Lo's too. I can't believe it. They said J-Lo is vowing to make Ben rue the day he decided to make her look like a loser. 2 years since they exchanged vows, she said that she has had it. Da 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 da. Oh, get this. They said J-Lo is planning to request a staggering settlement because they didn't sign a prenup. Now, I don't know about that because J-Lo's worth 400 million and Ben's worth 150 million. But they said it's no exaggeration to say J-Lo hates Ben's guts. He's made her look like a total fool by parading around with his ex-wife, Jen Garner. Now she's ready to go to the jugular after the final disrespect with Kick Kennedy. Woo! This is directly from Mike Hammer in Touch. But hold on, let me get into this because I want you guys to listen to this. It's actually really good. Um, Libby on Twitter said it's heartless and sadistic to humiliate someone and then want to keep sticking the knife in. Ben's PR team or whoever is advising him to act like this should be fired. But there is something I actually want to show you guys because it really made me just be like, oh my God. Ellie Lilly said his personal PR focus group must have informed him that he's way too smiling for a man divorcing. But get this. This is all the way back during the press run of that documentary where JLo was crying, breaking down, saying nobody's ever made her feel loved or accepted except for Ben. Meanwhile, Ben, because everybody trashed that movie, was pretending like it was all JLo. Listen to what JLo had to say. This is how you know she's telling the truth. Just listen. Documentary. And did you hesitate at all? It wasn't my idea. Right. It wasn't my idea to photograph every single moment of doing this. To be honest, when we started making the film, it just kind of got more and more bizarre. And my husband, who had a front seat to the whole thing, really was the one who was like, we should be capturing this. And he brought on this amazing team. And that's kind of how it happened. You guys, this is proof. J-Lo didn't want to make that movie. Ben wanted it. Ben gets off on J-Lo's adoring him and worshiping her. He gets off on that. He gets off on that. He was the one on the boat with Jenny from the block, kissing her booty. Literally, he gets off on that. And then he discards people when he's done with them. J Lover 1014. I guess she's biased, said, a simple timeline clarification for those still confused. Ben's letters were shared during the album making process, which took place months before the doc was filmed, which was almost a year before the public saw it. He still married her after that. It was never an actual issue. She said many things were recorded and filmed even longer ago than that. But all that to say that the recording of the album and sharing of the letters occurred before they even got married. This was not just 6 months ago when the doc was released, as some are seeming to think. So Ben also lied about the reason, and everybody's saying, oh, he didn't like the letters. It happened before they got married. He could have stopped getting married. On top of that, he was in charge of producing and directing. He could have cut that out. He could have done a lot of things. He was the one that said, we need to capture more. He assembled the team. J-Lo didn't even want to do it. Yo, there's something wrong with Ben Affleck, right? Pop Crave said Ben Affleck's control over Jennifer Lopez's Prime Video documentary, which he released under his production company, Artist Equity. He insisted on the documentary. When you look at the doc, it looks like he's surprised by it and not signing up for it. He's playing the role of playing the regular guy, and meanwhile, he was the engine in the back of it. Soam Design said, Ben's a frequent drug user and blankual abuser. Ben got exposed for cheating on J-Lo with Kennedy. It's time for me to debunk the narrative that she was against this documentary or exposing their love with tangible truth. It is the biggest lie ever told. Claire Alisi said Ben Affleck had an evil plan to get back at J-Lo for breaking up with him and quickly marrying Mark Anthony. The narcissist is vindictive. Any woman would believe he has changed, especially J-Lo, who loved him. He never loved her. He's had a mistress for a year. It's so disgusting. Chiari Chaya said, moving on, Ben cheated, period. This is not going anywhere, Ben Affleck, the Oscar-winning writer who uses words to lure women into his trap. Dating a party girl and yet claim that he has to leave J-Lo for the sake of his sobriety and can't stand her party lifestyle. Ben is a narcissist. Last thing, elsewhere on Twitter said, very narcissist coded. He only wanted her to admit on camera how much she loved him. And admit that on camera, having this documented to blame her later about how she said it herself. This is when she was like, how she said it herself, even though he was the one that manipulated her into it. There's nothing more narcissistic than nothing they like more than seeing the victim surrender. Again, this was where he wanted to get her to say, uh, listen to this. As Psalm said, what's funny is that Ben Affleck is the one interviewing Jennifer throughout the whole documentary, which is enough proof that he approved exposing their private life. Listen.
You forgive me? You forgive me all the way?
Yeah, I think I've forgiven you all the way.
Yeah. Again, he was talking, he was producing, he was doing everything. Y'all listen. What's wrong with Ben? And as much as people want to ride out for him, we should be dragging Ben and Ben and J-Lo equally, but as much as people want to ride out for him, let me just say this. Yeah, no, because no. And I bet you anything, the next woman he gets with, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the exact same thing. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.